In this video, I'm going to show you guys one of the best gunsmith loadouts and attachments and builds, and also like a tip and trick video specifically for this weapon. You guys, clicked on this video, you guys already know what it's about. It's about the AK117 in Call of Duty Mobile Season 1. But before we dive right into this, this video here, boys, that I told you guys, I promised you guys I'm going to be uploading every single day. But right before we dive into this amazing video, I just want to let you guys know that only a small percentage of you guys that watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you enjoy watching my videos, or if it's the first time you guys are coming across my channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps out. It's totally free, and you can always change your mind. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this video, boys. The AK117 assault rifle is locked at level 60 and possesses a very high fire rate, a good accuracy, and a good amount of damage. It is a very common weapon amongst players for all these reasons, and with the mobile FPS games taking a finger degree of this finesse, it's no wonder people rely on it. Versatility is the AK117's strongest asset here in Call of Duty Mobile Season 1 and needs to be utilized properly in most loadouts. This way, you can maximize the weapon's strengths for any kind of situation that might pop up in COD Mobile. With many different customization options, it can be really easy to get confused with what the best attachments are to equip and which attachments suit your style of play the best. In this AK117 guide, I will give you one of my best tips and tricks to create the ultimate and the best AK117 class that will suit every freaking need, and it'll work in mostly like 90% of any gunfights. Honestly, any gunfights that come to you, any scenarios, long range, close range, or even mid range, these attachments will work the best for you, and I'll guarantee that. And if I'm wrong, just comment down below that I'm a fake or a phony. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go get on with the attachments here, boys. As you guys can see, the #1 attachment that I do recommend for all AR players and literally all AR guns here, boys, it is the monolithic suppressor. Yes, you heard me right. It's a monolithic suppressor. I think it's probably one of the most, to have attachments here for any AR. It increases the damage range by a good amount of 25%, and it silences the gun. And you know how important it is to, be stealthy here in this, specifically in this meta right now. So we go ahead and move on to our second attachment, being the Old WC Marksman barrel here, boys. So Old WC Marksman barrel provides many things for the AK-117 specifically. It's the best, honestly, one of the best barrels to have for an AR as well. So it increases the damage range by another good 35% on top of that 25% we just added with the monolithic suppressor. So that is a huge, so your range is totally covered with just these two attachments. So with that being said, it not just does that, it decreases the horizontal recoil and it decreases the vertical recoil, and it increases the ADS bullet spread accuracy as well. With such less downside to this attachment here right now for the AK-117 specifically, you might want to utilize it and take full advantage of it. With that being said, horizontal recoil and vertical recoil, there is a little bit there in the AK117, just naturally right there in the base weapon. But the thing is, it's insanely less. There is some, but insanely less, and this barrel basically takes care of everything. It just reduces it to 0, basically no recoil at all. So your guys gonna be going good with this gun. You guys can aim perfectly, nothing to control, and you're just gonna have a smooth gameplay. So with that being said, we go ahead and hop on to our third attachment here, boys, being the nose stock here. The nose stock, do you know why we're gonna use this? We're gonna use this because of the Old WC Marksman barrel we just recently put on. It does reduce the ADS time by like a good chunk of 17%, and the nose stock will help you, gain all that back here, boys. It's gonna increase your ADS timing decrease it from 17 to like 14, which basically means it's gonna be still negative by 3%, but we do have more attachments coming up. But not just that, it also increases your movement speed, and you want a little bit of movement speed on an AR specifically, because you're gonna be, you know what I mean. With that being said, our fourth attachment is going to be the granulated grip tape. Since we did focus on range attachments, silenced attachments, damage, and ADS speed, we're going to be focused on accuracy right now. This attachment is going to help you actually have that accuracy. If you haven't noticed with any gun, any gameplay that you have played in the past, sometimes you do aim at someone and you do target their body, but you don't get hit markers off them. I do know the reason why that is. It's the reason because your accuracy is really terrible on that gun. And not your aiming accuracy, but the ADS bullet spread accuracy is really terrible. And if that accuracy is good, you will be landing those hit markers that you should have gotten, you know what I mean? So that being said, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be utilizing granulated grip tape here as our fourth attachment, as we know we don't really want that. We have great amount of range, but what's the point of the range if it's not going to register the hit markers? You know what I mean, boys? So with that being said, that's going to be our fourth attachment. Our fifth attachment is going to increase our ADS time. You know, I told you guys earlier, we're going to have one more attachment. We got to buff it up into the positive. We were negative by 3, and our last attachment is going to be the Old Oasis Laser Tactical here, boys. It's going to buff up your ADS time by a good amount of 8%, which is going to bring it back to positive plus 5%. So that's going to be really good for you guys, especially on AK117, a gun with no recoil and immense amount of damage. You definitely want that. So that being said, that's going to be our last and final attachment, and it also is going to boost the ADS bullets per accuracy as well, even more. So, and that's that, guys. We have covered our full build for all 5 attachments here. It will work in every scenario, and I guarantee that once again. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what my class build and setup and what score streaks also I was using in this gameplay. So with that being said, my secondary was the MW11 pistol. I do recommend you guys using that as well. I mean, you guys can really use anything. RPG is also useful. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of choices available for a secondary, honestly. But with that being said, I do recommend using a pistol, not gonna lie. But with that being said, my specialist I was using the Annihilator, because Annihilator is also one of the top specialists right now. I'm also gonna be making a video of the best 5 specialists in the game as a current meta. So stay tuned for that as well. And for the tactical and lethal, I was using the Molotov and the trophy system. For my perks, for the red perk, I was using lightweight, because honestly, for most of my AR classes, I do recommend using lightweight, because ARs are really heavy guns. A lot of them are sluggish ones, just like the TRH you guys saw yesterday. If you haven't yet, make sure you check that out as well. But yeah, ARs, I do recommend using lightweight. For the green perk, I was using cold-blooded. Blue perk, alert, because it really comes in handy, especially with the nerf of the dead silence. And with that being said, that's that here, boys. The score streaks that I actually recommend you guys to use, I may or may not be using this in this gameplay, but the score streaks I do recommend you guys to use is, one of them is going to be the SAM turret here, boys. Yes, you heard me right, the SAM turret, because there are going to be a lot of UAVs, counter UAVs, advanced UAVs, a lot of things flying in the air that your teammates will be really lazy to take out. Honestly, like, especially in like pub games, like when you're solo queuing and whatnot. Not pub games, but solo queue ranked. So yeah, that's gonna be really useful if you have that just lying somewhere there in the corner. Really hard for the enemy to destroy, honestly, but that is going to be a savior here for you guys. It's going to be very useful. The second score streak I do recommend you guys to use is the cluster strike. Why am I recommending you guys this? Because the cluster strike, nothing can stop this thing. Nothing can stop, nothing can stop cluster strike from doing damage here. Especially with the pred getting nerfed with a trophy system. The trophy system doesn't really counter the cluster strike at all. It really targets a really large area as well. So it's definitely going to be useful in any scenario, especially on hard point, especially on a domination point as well. So with that being said, our third score streak is going to be the EMP systems. This is really crucial here, boys. You guys can honestly use whatever as the third one, but I do recommend using the EMP system, because this is the safest score streak to have. Honestly, it'll always come in handy, especially when the enemy team has a VTOL, Goliath, or honestly, even if they have a couple UAVs, like shield turrets, it just gets rid of everything. And honestly, if they don't have anything, it still, blinds the enemy for a good amount of time. So it's always useful, and yeah, honestly, these would be the safest score streaks that you would want to have, and the most effective score streaks as well. So that's that, guys. I show you guys my score streaks. You guys have been asking a lot in the comment section, but I gave it to you all, guys. As I said at the start of the video, I gave you guys the ultimate tip and trick and gunsmith loadout, the ultimate loadout for the AK117. I definitely recommend you guys to use it. Let me know if you guys have tried it out or not in the comment section below. And if you also haven't yet, make sure you guys drop that subscribe. I really recommend you guys to do so. Doesn't really hurt anybody. It's only positive vibes. And yeah, make sure also leave a like as well. With that being said, guys, I will, it's going to be sad to say goodbye though here, but I will be back tomorrow with another video, so don't worry. But I guess this is going to be the end of this video here, boys. Thank you guys for watching and staying with me through these tough times that we just faced a couple days ago, but till these couple days ago. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys stay chill. Adios and peace.